All right.
I guess the first thing I'll say is, when they redesigned the department, they totally had this position in mind, which is the manager for the department. You can see in this room, I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 doors.
Yeah.
So I have
access.
I have access directly out into the STRC out there, and I have access into our production room, and I have access into video editing. I'm designed to be tapped into at all times. So when you need me, you knock on these doors, and I'm into those rooms.
Right.
Or if you're in the middle of production, I can be in there and help you guys with your production. As I've been doing with the video editing, I'll sit down and help you with your video editing. My door is always open in 3 directions.
Exactly.
So if they're closed, you still can see me, so you can still come up and knock on the window, and I'll still help out.
Oh, okay. Green room.
So we decided to add the video production. And I've been telling many people the story how this came about. And it's a silly story, but I'll go ahead and tell you guys. Over the years of helping the students with their video projects and editing, the students go out and go into someone's apartment, and they sit down at someone's couch, and you can just tell a few of the people look a little uncomfortable being at that person's place. But they've been assigned with that group, they've been assigned with those people, they have no options at that point. They have to go somewhere and shoot the stuff. So over the years of watching people sit uncomfortably, twiddling their thumbs, going, why am I here at a creepy guy or creepy girl's house? I've been bringing up to my boss and the dean that maybe we should have a neutral place for y'all to come and shoot a project. And that's one of the reasons why it came about, is just me watching you guys over the years feel very uncomfortable being at a strange person's house. And also over the years, you set the lights up in someone's house, and it's touching the curtains. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm surprised you guys haven't burned down your house.
Right.
So I felt we should bring them also in here so you don't have to worry about bringing lights into someone's house and catching the house on fire. So you're wondering maybe why it's green. Green is a color that, it's a technical color for keying in images. So when we decided to make the room green, they got a little excited and painted the whole room green. The whole room shouldn't be green. It's okay, but the only issue with the whole room being green is it's too much green. So someone like me with very fair skin, the green could actually be absorbed, and then I could turn a little bit green. We've been working with it, and it seems to be okay. It works great in film, so if you've ever seen film where they have the whole room green, that's okay. But in video, it's just a different style.
Yeah.
So we've actually separated the room into 2 grids. For doing maybe smaller production, you could be on this grid, and then for the bigger productions, we could be on this grid. So we've added, these are LED lights, so they're pretty bright, but they only run about 60 watts. So it's very green.
Right.
Let's go ahead and pop a couple ones to get an idea. So when you're in the production room, we also have a ladder for the people who can't reach them up there like I can. You should not burn your hands on any of these. They do not get bright.
Okay.
I mean, they don't get hot. They get plenty bright. So that's a typical setting for a production. And that's basically with your talent directly at where these 2 chairs are at.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the set of what we have. What it does is, what this backlight does, you have to have light on the green to allow the key in.
Okay.
And in any production, you have to have a light at the front of the talent, and then a backlight on the talent, which gives it a depth of field.
And the students can bring in like any props they want, or
They can bring any props they want.
Okay.
We're still trying to figure that out, by the way. We're trying to figure out what can't they bring in.
True.
Probably not live animals. We're kind of in discussions right now with the business manager and the facilities guy on what can we buy and bring in the room that would make sense. Maybe a table, a round table, so 2 people could sit at like a round table.
Yeah.
Maybe a couch to make it look like someone's living room.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Could
Because
have
you
to
can
be
put the
It's
back.
more a love seat, the couch would be kind of big.
Right, of course.
So we could put that at the back, you can make it like someone's house then.
Right. Because you can, once it's in the green room and it has light up against the green, then you can put whatever effect
Put whatever behind it.
behind it.
Right.
Okay.
It
Wow.
really, it's, the limit is someone's imagination. If you ever just go to Google and put in green screen, there's just a crazy amount of things out there that people do. When people think green screen, they think the weather person. It's more than just that, because you can scale the size. So when you go to the STRC one and you look at the stuff that we have on there, you'll see a video of me walking on the moon.
Right.
I scale myself down to look like a little person walking on the moon. It just takes the green screen to scale it down. I think it's pretty cool.
That is, yeah, we
Again,
showed us that last time.
It takes someone's imagination and then maybe my help. So if someone comes and makes a reservation for the room, and I start talking to them and seeing what their expectations are. Over the years, I think I've become pretty good in telling them where their expectations are heading.
Right.
So if they say, we want to do this, and I'll say, well, it's going to take 10 hours to do that. And they'll go, eek.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I'll say, well, here's how I would do it, and it'll take you 2 hours. That's where I try to help you guys.
Shrinking down the time.
Shrink it down the time.
Yeah.
It might not be as grand and as cool as you thought, but at least I know how to do it in a quick and more efficient manner. Maybe that's not a way of saying it, but you know.
No, yeah. Okay.
And we've had one production in here so far.
It's okay, we'll reserve it.
And it's on the STRC1 site.
Okay,
And
yeah.
she actually was a Chinese weather woman.
Wow.
So it was a Chinese class and she did it all in Chinese, but she was doing the weather,
That's
which was a very traditional thing with the green
Yeah.
screen, but that's what she wanted to do, and it looks actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Not a clue what she was saying, but it looked pretty good. And I actually was in the room helping her with shooting it. We have, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Sure.
We have a teleprompter for you guys. So if you're not very good at memorizing your lines, I bought an iPad and we'll download an app. You'll email me your script as in just be in Word format.
Right.
I'll drop it into the app and it puts it up as a teleprompter.
And so you can read it while you're...
You can read it while you're looking directly at it. So you put the camera into this little hood and it's like a glass.
Right.
The iPod just drops in this little bucket and you can reach it and just kind of scroll it.
That's crazy.
In this case, we weren't ready for that, and she simply just printed everything out on in big text,
Right.
and her assistant is still behind the camera and just
Like held it
a
up.
piece of paper right there.
Completely
And it works the
still.
same thing.
Truly
Sorry,
the
very
same-
big one, go ahead.
Same concept. Okay. All right.
I'm excited about this room. I really hope the students used it.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean,
Well,
this story
don't
might...
quote me on this, but if we build it, they must come.
I mean, yeah.
You guys got to use it now. We put the effort to make it, I'm hoping. I don't know how you would know though.
Right. I
How
mean,
does
that's
anybody
why
know
I'm...
until
Like this
the
year I
word of
didn't...
mouth starts hitting out there?
Right. Like I was telling you, this year I had no clue that this...
You might walk by and go,
Here.
what the heck's that green glow coming out of that room?
Right. Which this story might be submitted to the news record, so we can get the word out maybe to the students, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're going to have a
When
ceremony, cutting ribbon,
Good.
and unfortunately it's going to be in January.
That's fine.
And we're going to invite